Hey YouTube, Beamz here. Have you ever been in a ranked match where you're put up against a 5-stack? Well, fret not, because in today's video, I'll defy the laws of Siege with family. But in all seriousness, in today's video, I'll give some food for thought on how to turn the enemy's strengths into their weaknesses. Before I continue with today's video, go check out down below in the description where the link is to my Discord, and go click it. Go, do it. It's free. I really want to build it up where you guys can use it for updates on my YouTube channel and where you can squad up or even just chill. So join, there's nothing really stopping you. Anyways. The first thing I want to go over is to not let the first round define how you'll play during the match. I'll show the clip here. Also, throughout the video, I will be using this match to explain all of my tips, so yeah. So at the start of the match, I wasn't playing the best I could have, I wasn't playing the right cards, I was wasting some time, but my aim was just fine. It just needed a bit more warming up to do throughout the match to get that pinpoint accuracy. So when I did die, I thought straight to what I could have done better and saw how they played instead of tilting and losing my shit, which would have gotten my mind foggy and not allow me to process anything fast. Right after this, I found myself in the next 4 rounds or so playing and experimenting on how to counter the enemies, seeing the mistakes they would make and how they would play out around. So now I give you tip number 2, use your time. I knew I played defense way better than attack, so I used the time in the attacking rounds to analyze the enemy's tactics and how they would play throughout a round. Doing this allowed me to push through the gaps that the enemy team made through defense and correctly bring the most support for not only myself but for my team. Also, a sub to the channel would be amazing. Bringing the correct utility and what operator to bring is so important, especially when you solo queue like I was in this match. After seeing faults in the enemy team, I opted for operators that could give me the advantage. I'll give some examples with which operators I picked throughout the match. In round 5, I picked Valkyrie to give me more intel for not only my team, but for me being as a solo, as I needed to know where the enemy team would play. And being comfortable with my aim, I knew I could get some kills with Valkyrie's gun. Round 6, I used mute, knowing I would sit in blue and utilize not only my shotgun for close quarters, but my mute jammer stopped the air jab that could have ruined my play right here. The next round I bring Nomad on overtime because I needed to watch my flanks and I didn't want to constantly have my flanks in the back of my mind when someone was creeping up to me. And on the last round on the match, I played Valkyrie again for her utility and we won the match with a mad comeback. Communication in Siege is everything. If you get put up with a 5-stack that are good with their comms and at the game, they will win, and you won't be that guy who wins.
You're not that guy, pal, trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
But you still have a chance to beat their communication. Although you don't have a strong relationship with your random teammates, it's a good idea to constantly look who they play, who they want, how you want to attack or defend, where you died from, if you got their flanks, to check your drone, and the list just goes on. Just keep communicating your team, and by keeping communicating with your team, you'll have a strong communication with them, and you'll be able to win the round, win the match ultimately, and they won't feel as scared to communicate, because you've already established that kind of yo, I'm communicating, can I get some more communication back? Sometimes this won't work because you're not always put up with competent teammates on your team, but most of the time, you will. That brings me to the end of the video. I hope these tips helped you in Siege, and I hope it will help you in your next Siege match. And if you did enjoy, a sub to the channel will notify you for more uploads like this and from me, and a like will help YouTube's algorithm to push out my video to others. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.